What's good? How we doing, people? Happy Thursday. It's good to be back. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week. Hope you're happy wherever you are. I'm not going to be on for a terribly long time tonight, but I will be back tomorrow, and I will be on Saturday and probably Sunday as well. So you're going to get like a quadruple dose of your boy. I've just been sitting in the woods. How you doing, Humble Hands? I'm not sure what you were doing there. Hopefully it was nothing creepy, but to each their own. Hope you're having a good day, sir. How you doing at BN? Crossover. Let's go, Frankie. How you doing, man? For as long as possible. Do you have like an end goal for this, or are you just chilling out? Or are you stalking somebody? Try not to incriminate yourself too hard. But I hope you're having a good time out there. I don't think I'd have the guts to go and sit in the woods by myself. I'm a little bit of a chicken shit when it comes to stuff like that. Just thinking about life and how crazy things are. Have you come to any interesting conclusions? I've just been smoking woods. Wow, looks like we've got a little bit of a theme here tonight. The end goal is peace. Well, whatever it takes to get you there, man. I have different strategies for that, but I'm not really willing to share them because I will be the next person cancelled without ever getting anywhere. So, but glad you're having a spiritual experience out there, and that you get exactly what you want from it. What happened to MMA Guru? This is the thing. He hasn't really been cancelled. That I don't think cancel culture really, unless you're like removed from all platforms, then you're not really cancelled. But essentially, for calling Islam inbred, which let's face it is kind of accurate. This isn't a Muslim thing. This is a regional thing. They do tend to marry into family and stuff like that, so it's not like a slander type situation. But he's basically been forced to cancel his show with Demetrius Johnson, which is a shame because they had great chemistry. It was a really good show. What up, Frankie? I don't follow Guru. What are people crying about now? They're crying about the same things he's been saying for about 5 years. So I think it's just a case of the fact that there was such a big spotlight on Makhachev winning the belt, obviously. That side of the community has come out blazing. And there's been a little bit of... I was actually thinking about this before the cancellation of the show happened. Because I know he said things. I know he said certain things, and obviously DJ has a close relationship with those guys. So I was kind of expecting this to come, but... How you doing, Amit Gonda? What's good, man? I can only see your ats at the moment, so apologies if I'm fucking up your names. If your son knows brain rot, fuck you, Frankie. Don't know what that means. You got to watch this video that's been going viral. What video are you referring to? This is what happened. Mighty Mouse got a call from Dana. That's what happened. I don't think it had anything to do with Dana White. I think it was a bigger just issue of DJ facing ongoing backlash from a very, very vocal community. And he obviously didn't want the negative press. And the thing is with DJ, I completely understand where he's coming from because that's not his brand. While he's friends with MMA Guru, he needs to be careful with that kind of shit. Will you or will you not make a duck noise? I don't know what ducks sound like. Yeah, they'll call him mean, but not wrong. I think he made some salient points, if I'm being honest. I think the fact that it all kind of stems from like this Dylan Dennis situation. I don't know if you guys all saw that, where Dylan Dennis basically was at the event, found himself in the wrong part of the arena, and then got his ass whooped by about one. They say ass whooped. He got jumped by like 20 guys. Came out of there relatively unscathed, which is a W for Dylan Dennis, again, in my opinion. And Guru might have suggested that it was a really bitch-made way of going about getting revenge on somebody, and that they weren't getting any backlash for it. And I think that's perfectly reasonable. Interesting to see what tips the scales. Um, mm, you lying? You know exactly what. Okay, fine. I don't want to make a fucking duck noise. You got me. I mean, why you even got to say that shit on an MMA platform that works with some fighters? He's dumb fuck. So you think he might have got a little bit too hard? The thing is, though, Guru has been saying these kind of things for years. This isn't like a new thing. He's been doing this for a while. He's had very, very strong, divisive opinions. The thing is with him is he doesn't. He can't like he doesn't say things that are bullshit. I'll put it this way. He might not use the right vernacular to get things across, but he's not exactly talking shit. How you doing, Bodhi? What's good, man? Cultural relativism is only ever a one-way street. I guess it depends on the situation. I mean, the thing is, there is a lot of hypocrisy going on with that situation. There's no denying that. I think that particular group of people, and I'm not talking about Muslims, I'm talking about Dagestanis here. I think that's the problem with this whole thing. It's being made into like a Muslim versus everyone else thing, when it's not that. It's a Dagestani thing mainly. Like, some people are very, very simple-minded. They see the like him calling Dagestani fighters inbreds as him calling Muslims people who indulge in that kind of behavior, and that's not true. It's a very broad spectrum. The Indian fatigue video, it has 1.2 million views. You've got to check that shit out. Indian fatigue. All right, let's have a look. Is it a short? Indian fatigue. Oh, it's like 60 minutes long. I can't play a video that's 60 minutes long. I mean, maybe you can throw up a link or give me more of like specific keywords that I can search up. Relativism is a Kabbalistic principle, if you say so. I've got no idea. I'm not quacking for you, bro. This is the thing. I'm not out here like simping for money. So I'm not willing to sell myself to make animal noises. Maybe if I was broke, we could talk. Okay, dope. Whatever. Have a nice day. Take it easy, Sheen Cuisine. Thank you for turning up, for giving me that weird request. The burden of understanding others only is placed on us, whatever that means. It's the soft racism of low expectations. I kind of get what you're saying about that. I think the problem with a lot of these situations is you get people kind of want to be angry anyway. And it's kind of going to be a situation where people are going to group things together if they don't like someone anyway. So, it's a tricky one to navigate. The point is that Guru's been using this kind of vernacular now for a very, very long time. So I'm more surprised that DJ got involved with him in the first place, kind of knowing what his brand is and what his views are. And again, he may come across harsh in certain instances, but I don't think he's saying anything that's necessarily based on no merit, But he got way more connection in the fighters. I don't think he cares. I mean, obviously it's a nice thing for him to be able to collaborate with people like Mighty Mouse and other fighters, but I personally think him standing on base is what made him as big as he is in the first place. I think in order for Guru to get to that next level in terms of mainstream, he's going to have to tone down his personality, and none of us want that, because then he would just be another shill. He would have just been another one. So, and those Dagestanis and Muslims have the most sensitive person. Well, they do certainly get upset when you say things against their religion and against their people. But at the same time, nothing is said about the bully mentality that they impose, turning up in numbers, hitting people in the back of the head, assaulting people, basically. Like, there seems to be no moralistic line when it comes to that, the retaliation side of things. Their view is basically like, if you say something bad about us, we can do anything in response. And then they claim to be humble. How you doing, Fug Life? What's good, my G? For some reason, I'm seeing your ats and not your usernames, which means it's going to be very confusing for me moving forward. So if you've got a different username to your at name, I may not recognize entirely who you are, but I obviously know who you are, Fug Life. Tom Aspinall should have used Guru to make himself viral. Thoughts? I think he was. I think he was planning on doing that. But if you remember, there was a time that Guru was supposed to do an interview with Tom Aspinall and then got ghosted a little bit. Because I think the UFC don't want anything to do with him and they kind of want to shut him down. But he's a beast of his own. How was your day? I'm really good. I'm really good. I've had a decent day. Work has been fine. Found out some funny stuff at work that I'm not sure I should talk about, but we might get into it a little bit later. We'll see how things go. How's your day? Hope you're having a really good one. Um, like I said, I'm not really planning on having too long of a stream today because it's the beginning of like doing four streams in a row. So I'm planning on keeping it relatively low key. And I'm probably gonna do a partial watch along for the Qatar card just because it's on at a very reasonable time for me. I think the card kicks off at like 4 p.m., 5 p.m. for me. So I might do a big chunk of that card. So, you know, I've got some stuff in my life that I need to take care of. So, I'll try and keep the stream sort of relatively manageable throughout the next couple of days. So yeah, I think the UFC would have said to him like, look, you can't. I don't want you doing this interview. And then he kind of did it anyway, and that's where a lot of the hate, where the anti-Tom Aspinall UFC stuff might be coming from. Yeah, that's the 10th time they are jumping on someone with 15 fucking people, and nothing said about it. If anything, like the whole community is applauding them, like they did the right thing. Dylan Dennis said a couple of mean things on Instagram, and he should get jumped. I mean, I don't agree with that in any facet. There are a lot of young people watching these kind of things as an example, and then what they don't understand by doing stuff like this is it's making it an us versus them situation when it doesn't need to be like that. Yeah, it's called industry blackballing, Frank, and it's not as fun as it sounds. The thing is, though, Guru's kind of immune from this because at the end of the day, his base is the fans. It's the people who support the UFC. That's what it is. Like, so it's a shame, obviously, that he won't get to mingle with UFC fighters as much as he had. But to be fair, he can just go back to doing. He can just go back to doing what's made him so successful. So it's a bit of a blow to him, but it's not like a cancellation in the way that they're describing it. What do Europeans descend from? We all descend from the same place, sir. Exactly the same place. I'm not ignoring you, Amir. I swear to God, I'm not. I'm just slowly reading the chat. I hadn't even got to your chat. I'd literally read the chat before you, mate. We descend from Africa, all of us. Or not really Africa. It's mad that they call it Africa. We all descended from the same plane of land, and that's Pangea. What do you think of anti-natalism? I don't really have much of an opinion. I think that all options should be explored, I guess. I think if there's scientific endeavor to be had from something, I think it should be explored. And what does life really mean? You know? What does creating life actually mean? Like hunter-gatherers and some Middle Eastern groups, I guess you could say that's reasonable. I swear to God, I'm not ignoring you. I'm really not. No, he's not immune, unfortunately. You can only get big independently. Beyond that, you need access. But it depends on what his end goals are. He wants a big audience that listens to his opinions, and he's got that. The only time the MMA guru could truly get cancelled, and this is a distinct possibility for him, he could get his YouTube channel pulled down and he could get demonetized, and that would be devastating to him. Because the only option would then be to go to another platform like Kick or wherever, and then he's dependent on them as well. I think what Guru should start doing in the meantime is he should create his own platform where he can stream from and start slowly migrating his users over to there. He should go somewhere where he can be free to say whatever he wants and not be beholden to YouTube or anyone else. That's what he needs to do. Because sooner or later, the way that he talks whether we think it's out of pocket or not. When they decide his time is up, they will remove him from all platforms, and that will be really devastating for him. And it's me, Batman. How you doing, bro? I'm not ignoring you, bro. The out of Africa theory is, well, I meant that full body of land that we once were. We all came from the same area of land. We come from Cro-Magnon. If Betty says it, then it must be true. We have no Homo erectus DNA like Africans do. So you're saying we're a completely different. I'm not even saying we all stem from the same thing. I don't really know enough about human evolution to. Why the fuck do you ask me this stuff? I'm a literature professor. I'm not like a fucking scientist or a. I'm not on that level. But it's interesting that you come from my. Are you just trying to test me? Is that what it is? But Guru is 10 times more talented. I mean, the guy's always going to have a voice, but it can certainly be muted to a certain extent. And this is the problem we're going to have. We're talking about Guru's current situation. For starters, he hasn't been cancelled. It's the end of his podcast with Mighty Mouse, which was going to come to an end sooner or later. Anyone with half a brain saw this coming, because he does stand for things that the MMA that Mighty Mouse can't be aligned with. As soon as I saw him in Dagestan rolling around with Khabib and the boys, getting in the jacuzzi, which he probably did, I knew that there was a time limit on the podcast. And it's a shame because, like I said, the chemistry is amazing. You know, it's a shame that we won't see that anymore. I wonder if this makes MMA Guru going on with Ariel Helwani way more likely or less likely now. Hello, good sir. How's your day been? Shama, it's been a pretty good day. How you doing, Kerry? What's good, man? Hope you're having a good day. Shout out to you and your channel as always. Subscribe to Rob's Neighbor. Why are you crashing out? Sorry for the abrupt water intake. I'm in the middle of another fast, and true, I'm kind of surprised the pod started in the first place. I'm not surprised that it happened. I mean, it was a mutually beneficial situation. So I'm not surprised that it started. But I'm not surprised that it's ended as quickly as it has. I think this might make an MMA Guru and Ariel Helwani collab more likely than ever. But Ariel doesn't want to be aligned with things that Guru's saying either. I think Guru always works. He's big enough now where he doesn't need to depend on others. But what's inevitably going to happen to the MMA Guru is he's going to get deplatformed by YouTube. It's going to happen sooner or later, especially because of where he's based as well. I'm amazed really that he's obviously very careful about the way he words certain things, but I'm surprised that something like that hasn't happened already. And like I said, he should be thinking about moving to a platform where he can truly say what he wants to say without worrying about, oh, if I say the wrong thing, I'm fucked. Can I be disgusting now? When are you ever not? I think Ariel dislikes anyone managed by Ali. I mean, the thing is that Ariel and MMA Guru aren't that far apart in their viewpoints on a lot of things. I think it would be very interesting to see them go back and forth. I think the fact that Ariel is open to a collab now means that he's been doing his homework. Because obviously when he has a back and forth with the Guru, he wants to make sure that he's prepared for it. And when Hawani's a smart guy, he might be a little bit of a weasel of a cunt, but I was being ganged up on by some Serbians in Zurich, and I disrespected their family. They were pickpockets, by the way. All right. Where is this story going? Thanks for saying hi the other day. Has anyone seen Cheddar lately? I haven't seen Cheddar for a couple of days, but he might be working. He's always off and about, doing something. So is audio and video not synced for anyone else? It's like a dubbed Hong Kong movie. Fuck me. Please tell me that isn't the case. I'm going to have to write a seriously worded letter to Restream again. I just re-upped with them, so it would make sense that they're fucking with me again. Is anyone else having audio and video problems? Let me see. Hang on a sec. Is audio and video not- It is. It's fucked up. Hang on a second. Let me try and reload the stream. Sorry, boys. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. All right, hopefully this has realigned it. We'll give it a go. Dougie had an early stream today. Cheds was in the stream. Yeah, Cheds is always about. Hopefully you guys, you can still, hopefully my sound will be synchronized back up again. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Give me a second. Let me just double check this. All right, hopefully this is yeah, that should be realigned now. Cool. Now I've got to change my fucking settings again. All right, sorry about that. It should be synced again. This is a restream thing. You see, you pay these fuckers for a year, and then what they do is they pull this shit. So anyway, hopefully my camera's been reversed, which is annoying because now my face is backwards. But it is what it is. Machado needs to KO Bilal to get a title shot. I don't know. I don't think anyone's getting a title shot other than Islam. Frankie, why the fuck is my Gmail showing? I think it has to do with the YouTube settings. Ireland will qualify for the World Cup. They've got a very good chance. They've got not Serbia. They've got Czech Republic and then someone else. I don't think we could have asked for much better draw, to be honest, considering where we were in the pot. So I'm hopeful. It's the best chance we've got. But we will find a way to fumble it somehow. But we should be beating Czech Republic away. But we'll see. If your mic is bad, it means you're struggling from blue balls. My balls are fine, sir. No. There's no nut November for this cat. Imagine you get a chance to take rebirth. Which country would you choose to be born? I would still very much like to be white. This might sound like a really arrogant thing to say, but I would be the exact same person. Your face isn't backwards, Frank. It's always looked like that. Thanks a lot, cunt. What's the difference between Northern Ireland and Republic of Ireland? Just a border, really. Northern Ireland considers themselves part of Great Britain, and the Republic of Ireland considers themselves just Irish and are kind of striving for a unified Ireland. I would definitely avoid India. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places I would avoid, to be fair. I'll be real with you. Being white and being moderately handsome has worked out quite well for me. I'd like to be born as a handsome man in Russia and fuck every woman there. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. But Russia's a very challenging. I probably wouldn't pick Russia because if you're poor in Russia, mate, you're cooked. Bangladesh beat India in football. We won. Congratulations. Were there any fucking scraps afterwards? Were there any issues? I know that Bangladesh and India, the hatred isn't as big as between India and Pakistan, but I know there's a little bit of tension there, from what I understand. Yeah, mixed white with Lebanese. It's not a bad mix. You came up all right. Striving for a unified Ireland, not really. It may have been true in the past, but not now. I think they've given up on the whole thing. Because I'm from the Republic, I don't really understand the intricacies of the beef too much because we don't really give a shit. But there's a couple of guys who subscribe who are from Northern Ireland, and they seem to know a lot more about the beef because it's a lot more personal for them. Whereas for us, we've just kind of accepted the situation. Trust, Guru making moves like a war general. Him and Mighty were never equally yoked. Yeah, I think Big Shank Frank, how you doing, Cheddarhead, you fat legend? Somebody was asking about you earlier on in the stream. Worried that you might have choked on one of your 0-calorie donuts. Not my words. Shavkat next, you think? Nah, definitely not. He's been too inactive. It's got to be Michael Morales. The thing is, yeah, what we expect to happen and what we know will happen are, what should happen and what we expect to happen are two completely different things. Islam is never going to fight Morales. He's never going to fight. He might fight Ian Gary, but he's never going to fight Michael Morales, and he's never going to fight Prates. It will be Usman, Ilya, bye-bye. I'm half native and half son of an immigrant, so somebody was having a little bit of fun, yeah? India was so mad after losing the game. It was a 1-0 victory. Hopefully next time we will destroy India. So this is what I'm saying. You're already planning for the next slapping. That's what a nation that wants to go places does. You're not happy with the win. Nope, I'm fine. Just some mild diarrhea. Nice. Are you on the road or are you at home? They are only good at their cricket or some shit. I mean, cricket is one of the biggest sports in the world. So could be worse. That's a good question. I'm assuming he has visited Lebanon, but I don't want to speak for you. Noni Usman is an easy payday. Yeah, Makachev can do pretty much everything better than Usman. I don't think it would be an easy wash of a fight. I think it would be like a 4 rounds to 1 with not a lot happening. That's what I would expect to happen. The only reason that fight would somewhat intrigue me if they made it is because I don't think Makachev would be able to just dunk him down easily. Usman's takedown defense is really good. So they would have to stand, and we'd see how well they do if they were forced into that style of fighting. However, yeah, it was Rob who asked you. I'm not 5'6", you cunt. I'm 5'7". Way different, bro. Yeah, one man can change this scenario. Hamza Chowdhury is the legend. Well, India has no good football players, really, not playing on the big stage. I went there last year to visit my grandparents. To be fair, women would want his genes. I'm not five. Stop making me shorter in every fucking comment, you can. Listen, yeah, I'm 5'7", yeah, which is nothing to brag about. If I was gonna lie, I would say I was 6 foot. Which unfortunately I can't get away with because I have met certain people in real life. How you doing, Monarch? What's good, man? Islam deserves some easy fight before he retires. No, he doesn't. He's had too many easy fights. Fuck that cunt. If anything, he needs to do the opposite. He's in a position now where he can secure his legacy. Yeah, he's a double champ. If I'm him, I'm taking I would take out Michael Morales because that win is going to age brilliantly, and then I'd fight Ilya. That's the path I would take if I was him. If he wants to get a legacy securing situation, because the criticism of Islam's career is not going to be his skill set, it's going to be the people that he's fought. I need $2. Get a fucking job, cunt. My name's not Amir though, it's Josh, some average white boy name. Sure it is, mate. Sure it is. Josh, yeah? As in Joshua. No chance, mate. The Ashes will start today. Only Ashes is real in cricket. I love the Ashes. It is a war. I'll be honest with you, Travis. I couldn't give less of a fuck. And I know that's probably going to upset you, but you know what? You know I love you, bro. But I couldn't give a shit. Breaking news. Frankie's spine has shrunken and he's now 5'4". I do have a really bad spine. I do hunch over quite a bit. I'm quite lazy as well. Like when I'm walking places, I kind of walk like that, like a fucking chicken. Islam versus Hamza. Imagine how fucking boring that would be. I think Islam would beat him, by the way. My mom's Lebanese and my dad's Sicilian Italian, but he was born in Switzerland. It's quite the mix. Islam should box Jake Paul. Fuck it, I don't care anymore. Do you watch Family Guy? I watched it a little bit. I think it's really terrible. I've never found it funny. I've never watched a Family Guy episode and even remotely chuckled. For me, yeah, Family Guy is kind of on the same level as Kevin Hart. I look at both and I think, how the shit was this ever successful? That's my honest opinion. Family Guy was never funny or original. It's just one disconnected joke after another that isn't funny, and I hate it. Fuck Family Guy. Do you know what the thing is though? Yeah, I thought American Dad was a much better show. Like American Dad had structure, storylines, it had great characters. I liked American Dad. Which one gets cancelled? American Dad, obviously. Have you seen the Emmanuel Yarborough fights? No. Who the fuck is that? So you're basically Jewish, Amir. I don't think he's Jewish. India will get nobody like Hamza Chowdhury. Also, Shamit Shom, former Canadian who switched to the nation, is also a baller. These two guys have changed the scenario of Bangladesh. I hope it continues, mate. We need some good Asian football teams because the fan base is huge and it'll only be good for football. It's okay, I don't watch cricket much. I don't really understand the whole Ashes thing. You're Christian. I didn't even know that. I mean, I never really ask what people's ask what people's religious preferences are. I should do that as my next poll. I should ask, what religious denomination do you belong to? Just out of curiosity, to see what the community base really is. Facts. Family Guy is the fucking worst. Cheap pop culture jokes that aren't funny. They aren't funny and they don't age well. I've always found it shit. I'm not saying that Seth MacFarlane or whatever his name is isn't talented, because he is. He obviously is. But I thought Family Guy was dog shit. American Dad was much better. Like the stream cunts? Absolutely. It's just a click of a button. Only thing worse than baseball is Jeets playing baseball and calling it cricket. Cricket came first, you fat American bastard. Who does JDM face for a rebound fight? I reckon I agree with Guru's take while we're on the Guru subject. I think he should fight Sean Brady. Two guys coming off a loss, and then he gets to kind of dispel the thing that he can't handle wrestlers. I think it's the right call. They should make that fight. They'll both be on relatively similar timelines as well. I think that's the fight to make. Because Morales is due a big... They could probably get away with doing Morales versus Prates. I think that would be sensational. They obviously have Gary versus Bilal coming up. And then Shavkat has to try and force his way into that situation. They could do Shavkat versus JDM, but I'm not sure Shavkat would want to take it. Because it almost seems too risky now. There's nothing really much to be gained from beating somebody who came off a really dominating loss against the current champion. I don't think it does that much for him. All it could do for him is if he beats JDM more convincingly, which I don't think he would. I think that would be a hell of a tough fight. Asia is young to football. It will take time to produce some Messi or Ronaldo. They're not that young to football. They're not that young. Asians just aren't very good at team sports, especially the Chinese. They're better as individuals. Just train. It's all about individual success, and that's not a criticism. Because when you get them into individual disciplines like gymnastics and shit like that, they go all out, and they are better than everyone. You know, gymnastics, diving, all kinds of shit. I think cricket is better than baseball. Very similar. I've got to be honest. Frankie, do you want to talk about our penises now? Nah, can we save the penis talk for today? I'm a bit jaded on like schlong talk, I'll be honest. Force Usman to face Shavkat or retire. The thing is, yeah, I don't think Usman even... The fact that Usman is being talked of in a title fight is mad. He doesn't even deserve to fight Shavkat. Usman is 1-3 in his last 4. There shouldn't be any discussion about a title fight. I heard Ireland made the Soccer Cup. No, they haven't even made it. They've still got 2 playoff games to get through. But they've given themselves a chance, which is more than we've ever had in a long time. In a very long time. Irish football used to be a point of pride. We used to always make it to the World Cup. And then we'd get to like the knockout phases. We'd lose very marginally, but we put up a good fight. Now we don't even make it. So just to have the chance of making it is something. We're there. In Italy, I thought the mustache man gassed them out of Europe. You mean Mussolini? The only reason Japan hasn't been destroyed is because of their anime and the women. I think Japan is a lot more scary than you think. Dougie, ever been with a Japanese girl before? Is Dougie here? I was with a Japanese girl once, and it was the weirdest experience I've ever had. It was a real turn off. There were 2 things that turned me off, yeah, but I don't wanna tell you why, because I'm starting to remember it, and it was honestly disgusting. Putin versus Trump. Who is the better leader? Putin, of course. Of course it's Putin. Of course it's Putin. I'll ask him when he moves to Switzerland or some shit. Good idea. Good idea. Get some history on that. English clubs should invest money on root level Asia. I think if Bangladeshi players got support, they will become great footballers. It's time to find... This is the thing, Travis. I agree with you, because in places where there's a little bit more of a struggle to get out of a challenging life, and I'm not saying it's like that all over Bangladesh, because there's obviously wealthy people in Bangladesh as well. You need tough situations to create diamonds. I think people that yeah, are you referring to me as Dougie? I am basically the Irish, British, confused Dougie, to be fair. Roman Empire started as pagans and ended up Christian. It's a weird chat tonight. I mean, when is it not weird? He did just call me Dougie. To be fair, there's worse things to be called. I love Dougie. I consider that a compliment. I do. We are definitely swinging from one wild extreme to the other tonight. See you in a minute, Batman. The Jeet region has no talent. I don't agree with that. That's harsh. And Cheddar, I really want to understand where your vitriol for not Jeets. I've got to stop saying that. I've got to stop following along with your rhetoric. This is how people get in trouble. Let's talk about UFC a little bit. All you got to do is ask questions, man, and we can direct it in that way. How you doing, Western Mass Climber? What's good, man? Trump is more of a clown, definitely. Putin is definitely a lot more. Of course he's a better leader. He's kept control of that situation for years. Trump lost to a fucking dithering old geezer. Yeah, I was on his stream. To be honest, it's a bit of a habit for me. He is based though. I fucking love Dougie. When I saw he was going live earlier, I was actually considering canceling because if he was on at the same time as me, I didn't want to get mogged. Like 7 to 12th year is the ideal time for growth. Only foreign academy can find these gems if they create an academy. I think there is stuff like that out there though. World-class scam artists. Trump is bad for world and UFC. What Trump is really bad at is soft power. He doesn't know how to schmooze. And this is why I think this is why I brought up the whole USA versus the rest of the world debate. Because I think Trump is actually setting you guys back. He clearly doesn't understand what he's doing. Like the whole like raising the tariffs thing is fucking bananas to me because he's not hurting foreign imports. He's hurting the people who buy those things. And it just seems like a dumb way of punishing or trying to stand base. It's a weird way of doing it. If you want to achieve that successfully, what you do is you lower the taxation on domestically produced products and give those people a boost or give those industries a boost. Because the people are just going to end up paying more for the quality products that they get from abroad. It makes no sense. I remember seeing an Indian couple in Zurich. I got scared they would shit there. I don't even know where to start with that. MBS sent trillions to Trump. What's your opinion? Don't really have any. I don't really have an opinion on that. Billions is nothing these days. It's just the people, the filth, and the entire culture I don't like. Wow. So they didn't do anything personally to you. It's just a natural dislike. I kind of respect that. How you doing, Yash? What's good, man? He got bankrupt 5 times, by the way. So he's trying to make USA a bankrupt nation too. This notion that Trump is a good businessman is fucking ludicrous. Do you think the AI is a massive financial bubble, Frank? I think the AI, I'm very conflicted about AI. I think eventually the bubble's going to burst. I don't think AI is what people think it is. And I think it's going to eventually burst or become overinflated. I don't know about AI, but AI is killing porn artists. I don't think they are. Imagine how wild porn is going to get with fucking AI on the scene. Amir, Swiss people usually speak perfect English. What happened? To be fair, they're juggling a lot of balls. Amir, and I don't mean testicles. Amir, can you speak French and Italian and shit as well? Because usually in Switzerland, you motherfuckers can speak every major European language. Very multicultural, those Swiss. I mean, Cheddarhead, I respect it. Sometimes you just have a natural dislike for something and you can't quite shake it off, and I respect it. I respect the fact that you stand on it as well. We got a lot of languages here. English isn't the main here, gang. Yeah, true. But I think it's awesome how flexible you guys are in terms of how you can just weave between languages that, let's face it, are very, very similar. They can juggle my balls. Well said. Swiss is one of the highest IQ in the world, I think. I think it helps when you've got so many, like such a wide syntax base to draw from, you know? Switzerland is beautiful, but goddamn, it's expensive there. What you need to do with Switzerland really is when you start making serious cheddar, and you would know about this, my friend, you've got to open a bank account in Switzerland because the rates are amazing. I can speak English, Bengali, Sireti, Urdu, and Hindi, but on Urdu and Hindi quite similar. It's like me saying I can speak Scouse, I can speak Scottish, I can speak fucking Liverpudlian. I could reel that off all day, mate. It's a trained model. It's just BS. I am an AI engineer. It's just the lines of code that acts on command. It doesn't have its own thinking power. This is basically what it is. AI is basically a hive mind for all the collective things on the internet. And I've noticed that the more that I've used AI, because sometimes I use AI to like write curriculum plans and things like that. And it's just the regurgitated best answer they can get from the collective. It's like just a simplified version of like, rather than typing it into Google, you just get the most popular answer typed into AI. It's pretty much what it is. But it does kind of depend what you use it for. But I'm telling you now, whenever I use AI, and I'm not even playing, I am very polite to AI. Could you please? And when they do something for me, I say thank you. And I'm not even remotely joking about that. Your boy's playing the fucking long game. I have two rules when it comes to being rude to people. Or rude to anything. Don't be rude to AI, especially with the capability that it could have in the future. And secondly, don't be rude to people that serve you food. We've all seen kitchen nightmares. I don't like the cold. Jesse, I fucking love the cold. That's how I thrive. When I'm warm, I start to feel sleepy, mate. Like I'm drifting off. I'm at my most like energetic and ready to go when I'm cold. It's just how it is. A lot of counties in Europe are cold, to be fair. It's generally, I mean, it depends where you go. Obviously, the southern part of Europe is closer to the Mediterranean and closer to the equator, so they get a lot more warm. They get a lot more of a warm climate. It's like in Spain, it's warm most of the time. Urdu and Hindi are 60% similar, but Urdu is influenced by Arabic, Persian. So where do the major differences lie, would you say? The Mediterranean is where the tropical places exist, exactly. I couldn't live in a country like that long term. I would need to live somewhere where there's a lot of storms. Like you get like good weather, but it's stormy. How you doing, September? Shout out to you. It's a scam, and don't think AI have something. It's just lines of automated code of replies. We don't have a real AI yet. Well, I don't think it's reached the capability that it could reach. You know, it basically is just a hive mind of everything on the internet. That's all it is. Because I'm tanned as fuck. There's nothing wrong with being tan, man. I personally love being a pasty white fuck. I love how the chat is not disgusting. Amir, this is exactly what I predicted, though. I predicted if we kept on doing these lives, eventually the cunts would get bored and fuck off. And that's exactly what we're getting now. The last 3 times I've come onto stream, we've had nice chats about regular things. We don't have people talking about their dicks. I mean, the night is young. It still could happen. But, you know, it's generally people coming in here and just having a nice chat. When you learn the blacks colonized themselves, here we go. Just as I said it, we're about to get into some racial shit. What do you mean by that, Amir? Yeah, is AGI a possibility? Do you mean by you mean what is AGI? Can you yo, Unk, it's good to see you again. How you doing, Beyblazer? Sorry if I'm calling you out by different names, but I can only see your ads today. Can you rank religions by their backwardness? Which is the worst? Wow. We're gonna do that, are we? Shit. Man, I don't want to offend people. I'm gonna go with like more Scientology for me is at the bottom. Obviously, dumbest religion out there. We're talking mainstream, right? So I'd go Scientology. I'd go the Mormons. Then I'd go. I'm sorry, I've kind of got. It would be like a toss up between like Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism. You'd have to juggle those. And then Christianity Islam and Judaism are basically the same shit. Why Iranian, Syrian, Turkish, and Egyptian women are so attractive? They're not all attractive, mate. Let's not get carried away. Let's not glaze. Comparing China to India is like comparing soap with dirty. Wow, man. Soap with dirt. It's harsh. Caravaggio, no, I don't think it will. I'm a Christian, though, and it's coming from a Christian point of view. Did you know in Zoroastrianism, the Persian religion, that devas are evil demons? I didn't know about that. AGI means a developed AI which has its own brain and thinking capabilities, which is like a human brain. I think we are a long way off that genuinely happening. I really think so. How you doing, Ernie? What's good, my brother? Which person here is circumcised? My shit isn't chopped off, thankfully. Yeah, I've still got my hood, and I'm proud of it. It looks beautiful. Oh, damn, we're back to dicks. Thoughts on the last pay-per-view? Thoughts on the future of the welterweight division? Shake my head. No more lightweight Islam. I'm glad he's not in lightweight anymore. I thought the last pay-per-view was great up until the co-main and the main, which were very, very boring. Very boring. However, a lot of questions were answered. I think there was my takeaway from the pay-per-view was like, all right, we got Islam as champion. He proved how great he is. Hats off to him. He did a great job. It's not the end. The problem is, though, I'm seeing the likes of Prates and Morales emerged. Morales in particular, really, really Buddhism. Sorry, I'm tired. Buddhism. Can't believe I said that. Morales for me looked like the greatest prospect, but then what kind of dawned on me is I don't think Islam's ever going to fight him. So I think we're going to get a logjam at welterweight, which is problematic. But what we will see are great fights between the fighters that are left over. So we'll see like Morales versus Prates probably. We'll see JDM versus Sean Brady. We'll see probably Shavkat versus Gary again. We haven't invented a stable functioning AI yet. We might invent it in the coming years. I mean, the thing is, getting artificial life to be created. Did you dump your vape? I haven't vaped in a couple of days, so I'm in the process of quitting. Hinduism is like a fairy tale, honestly. Can you elaborate on that? Amir, what's not something nice to say to a Lebanese cutie? This is what we should be doing. We should be sharing notes. Just show her your passport and she's rizzed. Wow. What's confusing as fuck about it? I'm at work pissing in bathroom. Love you. Got to get back to work for this piggy. Shout out to you, Hole in Indian Sock, man. What's good, man? Good to have you here as always. By the way, fuckers, if you wouldn't mind liking the stream, I'd very much appreciate it. We've only got like 10 likes right now, which is a little bit sad. It's a bit of a sad number. Co-main was a dominant performance. Islam escaped out of the lightweight division 3 years and fought a shit resume. Islam got work cut out for him right now, right? Morales is too young. Please don't have him fight Islam yet. Ernie, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I don't think it's possible. I think he does Usman and then he does Ilya Tapuria and then he gets out. Rumors have it Frankie has over 500 children across 7 continents. Wouldn't go as far as 500, but there's a possibility I might have more than I realize. That's possible. But if you don't know, you can keep denying. Frankists hold the line. Jerusalem will not fall while we still breathe. We've all got to unite and defend our base. Jews and Muslims are kind of similar. Do you think that's why they hate each other? It's the dumbest beef in human history. It really is. Same with Christianity as well. Way too similar. Lebanese Christian women are easy to approach. Just don't be a cunt and avoid the Muslims, please. Sounds like solid advice. Yeah, AGI is like a baby which can be grown on data it takes in. That makes sense. But again, is it really capable of like independent thought? Ilya versus Sean. How fast does Sean get the KO? Remember, he thought he could beat Ilya Tapuria. I think beats the fuck out of him. Ilya Tapuria is special. He's elite. He's going to be in that conversation. R.I.P. Joe Rogan. Shout out to you, Rocket Drink. R.I.P. Joe Rogan. I haven't seen that said in the chat in a while. but we don't have the technology to create one AGI. That would be the next level, I'm assuming. I don't know that much about it. As a martial artist, I can say that nobody on the roster can beat Islam right now. He integrates his judo and wrestling so smoothly, but I see a slight chance with Top Turo if he lands that 1-2. Top Turo is the man. Beyblazer, I agree with that opinion. However, I think Morales has a very, very good chance. I also think that regarding Ilya won't beat him if he goes to 170, but if it happens at 155, I would give Ilya the advantage because Islam does look vulnerable down there. He looks beatable. Yeah, but how fast does Ilya KO him? That's my question. First round. First or second, I would say. How did Joe go? I mean, the amount of shit that cunt puts in his body, it's going to be some sort of brain aneurysm or heart attack. I'm calling it now. You read my question wrong, homie. How did I read it wrong? Hang on a second. Let me go back. Oh, how fast does Ilya KO him? Sorry about that. I would say pretty quickly. First or second round. Because Sean Brady has a very bad habit of standing and banging for a little bit before he starts wrestling. You can't do that with Ilya Topuria. And also, Ilya Topuria's wrestling and ground game are elite. We're going to see it. We're going to see it eventually. But he's much better on the ground than people realize. And his wrestling's much better than people realize. Stop with the religion shit. It's all shit BS. Fair enough. Shama, technically, yes. But why does God go against his own God nature? For example, God would not contradict himself. It depends on how you view the whole God thing. Islam is old. He gets KO'd by Ilya or Paddy. Nah, he destroys Paddy. He destroys Paddy. Paddy being top 5 right now is insane. I think Paddy loses to Arman. I'd probably pick Gamrot to beat him as well. Caravaggio, when you come in Greece, I offer you free Greek lunch or dinner. Wow, that's really sweet, man. This is how Greek people are. Just bloody friendly. Another reminder, boys, if you wouldn't mind liking the stream, I'd be very much appreciative. Mariner, I would love to visit. I'm a big fan of Homer and the ancient Greeks. I went to Greece before. I was in Athens and Santorini, and it's a beautiful country. I loved it. The food is amazing as well. If you look at the world map, you will find that. Hang on. You will find that countries are more religious are poor and backwards, while less religious countries are more developed. This shows that religion creates chaos. I mean, it's a reasonable argument, but a lot of Western countries were deeply religious up until a few decades ago and had a very strong religious base. So it's a hard thing I think it's a lot more complicated than that. Ancient Greeks are just Roman. Y'all believe the books, then read the mangas from Japan and believe they are all real. Islamophobia is one of the worst things in the world. I don't think it is. I think the problem is when they get grouped together too easily, but it happens in all situations. I'm not Christian, I'm just an atheist. But you were raised a Christian, right? Why are the Greek statues of small penises? Apparently having a small dick was an advantage back then. It's like how they don't have any chest definition. It's a different time, man. You think men that back then gave a fuck about dicking down women? That's how base they were. It was all about having the smallest dick and still getting a woman to simp over you. That's what real men should be looking to achieve. Greece looks absolutely stunning. White beaches and Mediterranean. It is. Frankie, have you been to Poland? I was there for a couple of days, but due to that, yeah, I can't really say that I've really been there. I haven't spent enough time there to really be. Poland's very high on the list because Polish women apparently are elite. They are down, as we would say in the UK. Dagestan versus Alabama in an inbreeding contest. Nah, because the thing is, yeah, those Alabama inbreds come out with like one tooth and like, 25 toes and all that kind of shit. It's not the same level of inbreeding. Poles are also unreligious, not from my experience. They seem to be very. They seem to use like Christianity as a base to be as fucking racist as possible. Maybe I could be Chico Lakowski back then. Shavkat is clearly the best welterweight contender, perhaps with credit to Ian, but matchups make fights, and that's tough for Islam. It's also sad that everyone doesn't recognize who the best contenders are. It doesn't matter who the best contenders are. This is the problem. Because Islam's going to go for the biggest legacy fights with the least risk. That's basically what the situation he's going to be facing now. I would have maximum. I've placed Islam on Goat Mountain. He is where he belongs. But I think for him to get to the tippy top, he needs to be up and coming strong contenders. Like he needs to be the guy that says, "Fuck that! I'm going to face the young, scary threat." So he's got to go for the likes of a Michael Morales and a Prates and a Gary. These are the guys he's got to be fighting. Bilal shouldn't be coming out of his name. Obviously, it won't because they're sucking each other off. And neither should Kamaru Usman. It should not even be that should not even be a discussion. It should be one of those three or Shavkat. Those are the only names that should be coming out of his mouth. And if he doesn't, it's just going to be another division that he's going to fucking ruin. Big Peen was a barbarian trait of lesser people that were more animal than man, according to the Greeks. Exactly. They saw it as like we have evolved to no longer give a fuck about what women think. Amir, teach us some Arabic, you absolute degenerate. I wonder how long until a Dagestani born with a third arm or finger from you know what is champ. Yeah, their inbreeding seems to be different. In India, there are a lot of inbreds. As a matter of fact, there's a tradition to marry cousins. Hopefully not me. I hope that doesn't happen to you soon, bro. I lived in Qatar for a while, and I'm not saying this as an insult. It's just factual. There is a lot of inbreeding goes on there, and their kids are fucking retarded. Like they are genuinely stupid. A lot of them. MMA gurus joke about Chito Vera's daughter was absolutely disgusting. It's almost as we laugh about our Genti's mental disabilities. I never saw the Vera's daughter jokes. What was that about? I don't follow him. I don't follow him like religiously like that. I don't hang on everything that he says. I watch the occasional guru video and I enjoy his content very much, but I don't follow his Twitter account or get into any of that. Last I heard, Oregon actually has the most inbreeding in the states. Same state that tried to stand alone, Lib City and Portland, by the way. Is that a fact? I don't understand. I mean, understand with some situations of inbreeding, they want to keep wealth and everything in the family, but it just seems it's not Muslims that marry cousins, though. That's an overgeneralization because there's a lot of Muslims that don't do that. You're talking about a religion that's based over several continents and seven different cultures. Like all Muslims aren't the same. How do you have some sex with somebody you called sister or brother? Well, that's just a different. That's a different. It's not that level of. I'm not saying fucking cousins is all right because it's not. But Alabama seems like that's more of a thing. Like sticking it to your actual sister. That's next level gross. But sticking it to your cousins is really bad too. It's just bad for your gene pool. It's factually just the way that it is. You got to diversify. Even with that shitty ass, I know what you're doing, Ernie Johnson. Even with his shitty ass resume, he's on your goat mountain. Forcing Ilya to go up to 170 to fight you is respectable. Shout out to Ilya for that war at all cost mentality. Such Ernie, I can't figure you out. I think his resume isn't as good as it could have been, but you have to give him credit for the domination that he's shown. Beating Volk twice for me is huge, especially the first one. Because Volk is fucking incredible. That was the best version of Volk we ever saw, and he got it done. How you doing, Tiff? What's good? New picture? Looks good. Hope you're having a wonderful. I saw part of your live stream with Giuliano. It felt like he was gooning, but I'll keep that opinion to my. In fact, I was going to say I'll keep that opinion to myself, but I've just said it now. In the Middle East and South Asia, most of Muslims marry cousins, but again, it's like there are Muslims all over the globe that don't do that. It's not a Someone was just asking if we'd scared you away, Tiff, and if you were never coming back. Have you seen the stand-up comedy video of George Carlin roasting religion? It was amazing. Oh, George Carlin was way ahead of his time. My children will get diverse genes. You're many children from many different nations here. You're making sure of that, isn't it? British modesty versus... Oh, that's a very good question. Oh, British inbreeding is fucking goated as well. That's a very good question. How the fuck did they statistically keep up with who's inbreeding with who? It's like talking about a population in a third world country. How do they know? I don't know how they keep up with it. It seems like a very dangerous game they're playing. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't want, like, I just think I don't know, man. This is all fucking weird. Bradford, UK is something like 90% consanguineous marriages. That can't be right. You've definitely pulled that stat out of your ass. They'll bring up this, but Adam's children had sex. Well, that's not how it works, though, is it? George Carlin is the GOAT, one of the greatest of all times. I don't know what that means anyway. We talked about you like 8 separate times. Did you? Do I need to go back? Do you know what? Yeah, I'm not that. I'm not that. Can you give me like cliff notes? Because I don't think I can go back and watch like an entire Argenti stream. There's a lot. There's a lot to an Argenti stream. There's a lot of filler within the same stream. And I love Argenti. I feel like the more that I say this, the less people are going to believe me. We just kept repeating how much I enjoy you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm never going to have like fans because I'm just a normal person that talks on YouTube. But I at least enjoy having people that enjoy listening to me ramble somewhat. 8 separate times is amazing. Or how long were you guys talking for? Thoughts on LeBron James? His IQ is off the chain, yeah. But I don't think he does anything that's really stand out. I think his IQ is what makes him such an elite player. His jump shot is terrible. Oh, marriage license dumbass. Oh, my bad. I must have missed the first part. Tiff, why are you such a sweetie? Great question. Islam is all about shit and BS. It's just Muhammad being like Jeffrey Epstein from the 1100s. God damn. That's a bit harsh. Inbreeding fucks the entire next generation. It does, but you're talking about a lot. I don't understand why they don't just have like diversify a little bit. Because it does. It legitimately does. I can say this living, and again, I'm not saying this to be insulting. This is a factual thing. Amir, Bradford. That is crazy. That is crazy. Bradford is basically little India at this point. Westy, yeah, I went back and watched a little. Guess I hate seeing myself on gross. I hate seeing myself on video and hearing myself. Tiff, I used to do that as well, where I'd go back and watch my live streams to see what was worth turning into shorts, and I hated every second of it. The good thing is now, yeah, you can just cut a video in half, stick it into AI, and it tells you what's worth putting on the internet. You think Shamil Gatsiev wins this Saturday? Good question. I think no. I think he is a fat sack of shit. And I actually think that what's his face? His name slipped out of my mind. Who's he fighting again? Polish cunt. My brain isn't working. I'm very sleep deprived. It's not Pavlovich. It's Spivak. He's fighting Spivak. I think Spivak's going to beat him. I think it's going to be close though. It's going to be a simple thing. Yeah, it's going to be either Spivak wins by by taking him down and keeping his fat ass down on the ground, or Gatsiev's going to piece him up and force him back. Tiff had the entire chat typing with one hand last night. I bet she was doing nothing out of the ordinary or nothing sexual, and that was still happening to some extent. I know the fact that you teach English. I'm an OG, so can you give me any tips to summarize notes and connect sentences in a standardized test? So in a standardized test, what you've got to do is just make sure that you're mark chasing is what I would do. That is how I would handle things, because tests are all about proving that you can regurgitate information in the shortest amount of time possible. So just make sure you're practicing and hitting the marks that you need to do. Don't worry about sounding smart. Just make sure you're playing by those rules. Frankie, I wanted to begin stream at 5 p.m. and stream until around 8, 9 p.m. We ended up not even starting until almost 11, and we were on for 5 hours almost, I think. Yeah, an Argenti stream can be long. I don't know how he has the fucking stamina for that. Cheddarhead, that wasn't even my fault. You people are insane. I take it as a compliment when people fud themselves over me. You've got to take it when you can get it. Because one day this beautiful face is going to look like a ball bag, and I'm going to miss those times. Tiff, you can get one of those little fuzzy mics that clip on your shirt collar or braids. Tiff, can I recommend this for you? Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. I bought one of these. It's not even a fuzzy mic. It's by Rode. I was recommended this by Bodak. And it comes with two little pods like this. You just take it out, clip it onto your shirt like so. Very high quality audio. And I think I paid about $100 for it. And what's great about this one is if you ever do a co-stream with somebody, rather than sharing one mic like this, you can just connect both of them and you both have very clear audio. And it connects in by USB-C as well. So very easy. I use this when I'm on the road, which is almost never. But when I next go back to Asia, which is in March, by the way, yeah, I need to shout out to you boys. I am going to Manila in March. If anyone happens to be out there, we need to do a kind of a lads night out, wrecking the town type stream. So if anyone has free time and is going to be out in Manila in March, give your boy a shout so we can do some in real life debauchery. But we're not going to be doing it Somali style and get ourselves thrown in jail. We're going to respectfully go out on the town. Spivak pulled out, for fuck's sake. Who's he fighting then? Frankie, I was going to ask if you wanted to stream with me today, but I literally don't know if I can do it. I'm not on for very long. But Tiff, we could do one tomorrow. You're welcome to jump on. I'm more than happy to jump on your channel or vice versa. Or we could stream on both channels at the same time. I could send you my link. Tiff, yeah, I need to try and get you on DM so that we can arrange this more easily. Because I definitely want to do more streams. I had a great time last time. I don't even wear low-cut shirts. People are just very inappropriate. Tiff, it doesn't matter. Think about it, yeah. I get harassed by the gay community, and there's nothing going on here. I don't do anything to encourage it, and yet it still happens. Amir, you got to chill with that, man. Neither do I, but we talked about you a lot. All good things, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's really nice to be spoken about. I maybe felt my ears burning a little bit. Yeah, you definitely need to get a mic, and you can get them relatively cheap. You can get a mic for about $50 right now. That's decent. I mean, I obviously shelled out for this thing, which set me back about 300. I don't think it makes that much more of a difference. If I'd known about Rode, I would have bought it. Very good product. Hey Yoda, how you doing, brother? Especially because Gigi is so with Argenti, yeah, you've got to have him on your channel, yeah, so you can fucking turn his fucking voice down. I'm doing my test practice while I'm watching your stream. How cooked am I, Beyblazer? I respect the commitment to this channel. The fact that you would turn up here and do that, you base son of a gun. Tiff, get yourself some $100 and you'll be good. I'm seriously so exhausted. I haven't slept at all. I never stay awake like this. This is crazy. How you doing, Chef Bezos? Yeah, get your rest first. People don't realize this here. Streaming is exhausting, especially if you've had a long fucking day and you've got kids and all the rest of it like we do. I mean, not that we do together. I mean, fuck it, you know what I'm saying. Hello, sir. How you doing? How you doing, bro? Wishing you the best. Hope you're having a wonderful day as well. I love your P for P as well. It's nice. Frankie is a professional, Beyblade. I'll ask him anything. You can ask me anything. How you doing, Cook Sushi Man? What's good? You look like Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. Thank you. It took almost 2 hours to get streaming yesterday. Gio sucked at sending a link. I was bullying him and tell him Frankie had all this smooth sailing. He needs to learn from the best. He does need to learn from the professionals. And to be fair, I really did have Westy helping me out with that. So shout out to Westy for facilitating. But Tiff, I do need to get you on DM somehow. So I don't know if you use Twitter or something or WhatsApp. Maybe we can sort something out. It's a cool mic, man. You're doing good. Yeah, this one's all right. It's a Shure mic, which is the industry kind of standard. I'll be live tonight installing the engine in a truck. If you want to learn some actual real life shit, subscribe to Rob's neighbor Kerry and get yourself some real man skills. Listening to me isn't going to achieve a goddamn thing. Tiff is a goodie and a cutie. I'm going to try to refrain from agreeing or disagreeing with that. I'm just going to go, okay, cool. MMA Joey is a little snake trying to stir up drama so he can feel important. He's a fat fucking incel. He's definitely never felt the warmth of a vagina. Ever. The kids went with their father again today. I'm sitting in my car outside the grocery store, giving myself a pep talk to go outside in the freezing cold. Yeah, I've been there as well. But I'm just built for the cold. You know, I'm always ready to go. But yeah, I'm definitely down for doing more streaming. That went along so smoothly for me. I mean, some people aren't really gonna like the mixed. Oh my god, how is "Why Are You Gay" winning the poll? What the fuck is wrong with you people? I thought we had this community sorted out. I dropped my first load in Korea to give them some babies. You're just helping the diversity pool, and we appreciate you, man. Wesley told me to download WhatsApp, so I'll do that. Yeah, definitely do that because all of us creators are on WhatsApp as well. I say creators, I'm not a creator, but all of us YouTube cunts are on WhatsApp, and it's a nice way to just keep in contact. Frankie, I'm talking to an extremely mentally ill Irish girl. Sounds great. We're off to a good start. She's 19. All she does is play Fortnite, say stupid shit for attention seeking, get drunk and vape. But she's decent looking. What should I do? That sounds like a one and done to me, Sam. If you can get her over. That sounds like one poke. Make sure you exit the pool at the right moment, and you know exactly what I'm saying about that. And then move on with your life. He's saying that like she's crazy, like you have to say that about any. I'm not just gonna dog on women. Hey, you can say that about anyone. We're all crazy in some way. I heard women in Korea are using sperm banks, then sleep with their dudes. What do you mean? You mean they sleep with somebody and then artificially inseminate themselves? That's fucking genius. Is Waldo Oquez Acosta fighting Gassiev this week? Spivak pulled out. Oh, is that really happening? I think Waldo Cortez Acosta knocks his fucking fat head into orbit, mate. If that's true, it's easy. Yeah, I think Waldo Cortez Acosta batters him. Gatsiev is the fat goat, but let's be honest. I mean, all jokes aside, he's fucking terrible. That sounds like a terrible situation. I'm a little bit lost. I need to try and keep up with the chat a little bit better. The cold is so much better than when it's hot. You can do something about the cold more. I completely agree. There's no unringing the. When you're outside and it's hot, you're fucked. But when you're cold, you can layer up. And also, I don't know about you guys, yeah, but when I'm warm, yeah, I just feel sleepy. Like it drains me. I don't want any part in that. Women in Korea don't want kids, and even if they do, they want them artificially. Really? I thought you were saying that they fuck someone and then go to the sperm bank and make sure they're pregnant and then tie that homie down. How do I distinguish between main verbs and non-main verbs? It very much depends on the context. And it depends on the sentence structure. To be perfectly honest with you, yeah, English grammar, yeah, a lot of English students fail English grammar because we don't know the intricacies of it or the way that they're named because we do it so naturally. If most of us sat like a test that foreign people are expected to pass, you know, like TEFL and all those kind of ones, we would fail them because we don't know how to categorize certain words. We just do it automatically. I hate the summer and 90-degree days. The only time I'll enjoy the hot weather is when I'm in the water. And the problem with being in the water is you burn way too easily. That's the problem. It's like cooking. It's like you're cooking at extra temperature. Tiff, you can talk about anything you want to, of course. Just be aware that there are some twisted people in this spaces. There absolutely are. Tiff is fully aware of that. Yeah, I am an English professor, but I mostly focus on literature. I would never teach English. I would never teach English language. It's so boring. Teaching the intricacies of like grammar and all that stuff is not fun. Nobody enjoys that. Like actually deranged. Even I'm surprised. She's like 105 pounds and repeatedly starves herself. Calls black women N-words, chats with 14-year-olds like 5 hours a day, and so on. I stand by my original comment. One and done. And just make sure your pull-out game is fucking exquisite. You look so cute. I regret saying that after reading that, but thank you very much. Then why do they expect us to pass the test the hard way? You know the answer to that question. You know. To be honest, knowing how to categorize verbs and adverbs and adjectives and stuff is not going to help you to speak English more eloquently. It doesn't. Thoughts on Shakespeare? One of the goats, man. Could be a fraud. Could have had a ghostwriter. That's yet to be proven. But the universal stories that come out of Shakespeare, there's a reason why the guy is still studied several centuries later. And there were a lot of like themes and issues and stuff portrayed in Shakespeare that are universal and everlasting. So shout out. English is boring reject English and also Gaelic. Embrace some Spanish is a really. I was about to go off on you there, but to be perfectly honest, I've always wanted to learn Spanish. It's a much more sexy language. We're talking about MMA. Tyler Betts, how you doing, bro? I saw you did a live stream the other day. I was lurking around a little bit. I hope you're having a good one, bro. Shout out to Tyler Betts. Shama is back. We need that. Winter is my favorite because you go out at any time, but in summer, sun will fuck you. You're right, Fug Life. The good thing about summers, though, it's nice to go out in the evening in a summer, on a summer's night, when the temperature goes down. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not freezing, and you can still go out at night and show off your tattoos and your biceps and your nicely defined chest. You feel me? That sounded a little bit too personal there. But that's what I like about summers, because you can go out in the night. And I also like summer when you get warm rain as well. Rain is my favorite weather, but it's especially nice when it's a little bit warm. And that's why I love Asia. Yeah, Tyler, you can bring anything up about MMA that you want. Ghostwriter, trusting your pull-out game is only for professionals. Don't recommend it. Strap up, brothers. I've never been a condom enthusiast, I'll be honest. Amir, everyone is 6'2" on the internet. Yeah, 6'2" on the internet is midget levels, bro. Is genuinely. Frankie, my dear friend, I hope you have a great day today. I'm downloading WhatsApp as we speak. I have no idea why or what purpose it is, but we're going to find out. It's just a place basically where you can text message each other for free. That's basically all it is. But get Westy to Westy, when Tiff gets her gets her WhatsApp sorted out, send her my number, and we can get something sorted out for the next couple of days for sure. Because I'm looking forward to getting into things. Might even do like a multiple panel, because I'm sure Argenti will be up for more, assuming he doesn't hijack the entire conversation, but we can make bets on that. Every time Argenti goes, listen, bro, we all have to do a shot. It can be like a secret game that we play. I hate it when people lurk. Just say what's up if you're gonna watch. So usually what I do is I lurk because I'm usually at work. So I'll see that you're online and I'll just quickly give it a little tap and I'll listen to what's going on in an earphone, but then I obviously have to, talk to students and shit and actually teach. So I'm supporting your channel with the watch hours and being a good mate. Bay, which country are you born in? That's a good question. Which country are you born in? I don't think I've ever asked that. I asked you if you got Haney or Norman Jr. I've got Norman Jr. I think Devin Haney is shit. Him beating Lomachenko was one of the saddest days of my life because he robbed him. And it both elevated him and shrunk Lomachenko's ability to be, one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. Because after you lose to Haney, there's no chance of that. Haney got fucking knocked around by fucking Ryan Garcia. And Norman is dangerous and powerful. I think Norman's gonna knock his head off. So I'm going with Norman Jr. And you could probably get good fucking odds on that. Tiff knows what I'm saying. Listen, bruh. No. Listen, bruh. Everyone will be fucked. We'll make that. I did some pretty awesome Argenti impressions. They come off much better when I just do them randomly. Yeah. How you doing, Dead Rising? You sound. Why do they shit on the street in India? Don't they have toilets? The toilet game has stepped up, Joshki. You got to give them credit. There's way more toilets in India now. Let's not be mean. Yo, was that a bug that just crawled on that shelf? I live in the UK, bro. You think there's anything around here that can do anything to us? All of our bugs are pussios, bruv. Major pussios. 5'11" is considered some dwarf now. The thing is, though, if you're saying whatever you say you are, you're basically 5 inches less. The thing is for me, yeah, and that goes for dick size as well. What was I saying? Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, everyone lies about their height on the internet. That is permission granted. I shall send her your number now, Frank. Respect, bro. Would you rather come to Dagestan or be Harry Potter? I'd rather be Harry Potter. Magic, bro. Magic. I'd use that magic for evil, though. 100%. Caucus, Chechnya, Dagestan, Islamic Imam Imam Shamil. Thanks, bro. Not sure what you're talking about, but shout out to you. Like you know, it's said by Giuliano 6 to 7 times, but that's what I'm saying. We'd all be dead. It would be like a last man standing stream. Every time he goes, like, you know. Every time he says that, we've got to do a fucking shot of tequila. It would be even better if we can tell him. If we don't tell him, and then every time he does it, we just go, and then and see how long it takes him to clock on. It would be much funnier if he didn't find out, because if he found out, he would just troll us and say it a million times and kill everyone in the chat. Gen Z is just gay porn, is it? I never eat Indian street food. They're as hygienic as their armpits. Haney is looking shredded, no body fat. Don't give a fuck, mate. He's not that good. I think him and his dad are the corniest fuckers in the game. I saw that video of him talking about how shredded he is. You think this is photoshopped? I'm like, you're a professional athlete, you cunt. You're shit at boxing. Fuck you. Lomachenko is goated. That's always been my dream Mayweather fight. Guys that make boxing goat talk so much more interesting than intra-synced than MMA. I agree with you 100%. I think Lomachenko's amateur record is off the scale. I think he's won very similar to Usyk, like 300, 400 amateur fights that he's won. He's lost very few fights. But the thing is of Lomachenko, they fucked it up. He fought in the wrong places. And because Lomachenko isn't a knockout artist, he's left himself able to be robbed. The Haney fight is one of the worst robberies I've ever seen in boxing. It was like 9-3 Lomachenko, and they gave pretty much every scorecard to Haney, which is just disgusting. That American boxing bias is disgusting. By the way, guys, if you are new to the stream, as I said, like and subscribe. Very much appreciated. The subscriber count has slowed down a little bit as of late. We had a little bit of a surge over the last few months in the last 2 months, we've gained like 400 subs on this channel, which is crazy for me. But keep getting the word out. Keep getting your boy to the top. I want to hit 2,000, and then I'm going to be satisfied. And then when I get to 2,000, you know what's going to happen. I'm going to say I want 3,000, and then it's never going to end until we take over the entire space. Beyblazer, what do people think about Indians who were born in the West? If we send them all home, will they be accepted? Nah, you can't go back. God, I'm so sloppy. Why are you so sloppy? I don't think those Indians want to come back to India. Hey, do you eat beef? Oh, Bay, do you eat beef? Boxing is gay. Boxing can be all right. When you get a great boxing fight, it's worth it. Haney's got the tools to beat Norman. I don't think Heyman is very good. I'm going to be honest. I really think he's overrated. I think he's so overrated. I think Norman has the higher potential to knock him out. And I like Norman's skill set. So I'm relatively comfortable in picking Norman, but depends, man. Boxing, I don't like betting on boxing because it will more than likely go to a decision. And Haney usually gets decisions when he shouldn't get them. But I understand what you're saying about Norman not fight. But I like his style. I think with what you say on live, the subs aren't going to go up much. Probably not. I think we've kind of peaked, which I'm happy with. We've kind of got like a nice base now. The chat goes at a reasonable speed that I can keep up with. We've got people who are returning here all the time. I think we've done pretty fucking well. Interesting. Genuinely, why does every single English girl I come across is some fat, degenerate, rancid whore? Irish and Scottish ones seem to be better. Sam, I've been saying this. I know you're into white girls and you hate race mixing. Would fucking a white girl not classify as race mixing a little bit though? I know that we're all white, but it's like slightly different though, isn't it? Like Irish white is very different from English white. But I've been saying to you for this from time, man, get yourself a nice Irish girl. Scottish girls will turn on you. Irish girls won't. Irish girls been sweet and stay sweet. Bilal Muhammad win. I wouldn't be surprised if he got the win. I don't think he will. I think Ian Gary's going to get the job done. Ian Gary is an insufferable little cunt, yeah. He's an insufferable little cuck, but he's a very good fighter. Very, very good. I don't know why I said that in a partly an Indian accent. I'm very sorry. Do you think Annabelle doll is real or fake? What's that? What's Annabelle? The Annabelle doll? Do you mean the horror, the doll that killed people? Yeah, Benavidez is going to beat the fuck out of Anthony Yarde as well. Anthony Yarde has power, but the skill discrepancy between the two is huge. I think Benavidez is going to be the next big thing if they market him correctly. Benavidez is really, really nasty. And Anthony Yarde has lost some. He's always lost when he gets to. All right, Tiff, I'll look forward to hearing from you. Have a good time getting the shopping done, and I'll catch up with you soon. We'll definitely do something. I'm looking forward to it. Have a good night or a good afternoon, I guess. But yeah, Benavidez is a lock. I'm not sure what the odds are on that. Let me see what the odds are on Benavidez. I'm assuming he's like a minus 400, right? It must be like big money. I'm assuming if you want to make money on Benavidez this weekend, you're gonna have to go with a knockout or a stoppage, which I would not be surprised. Anthony Yarde is all right. He's very all right. I think this Benavidez fight though is a much. Anthony Joshua is minus 1,200. That's even a disrespect. Norman Jr. and Devin Haney are evens. That kind of surprises me. Oh, Benavidez is minus 1,200. That sounds about right. I do jiu-jitsu. It's a hobby. You are boring. Okay, fuck off then, cunt. Nobody asked you to be here. I'm just here to have a casual conversation. I'm not here to entertain you, you prick. Like and subscribe. You got a little Colombian party sniffles. I don't do cocaine, man. I've never done cocaine in my life. Don't assume that all white boys do cocaine. I do your fucking mum, though. How about that? I'll do your mum out. Do you like Limp Bizkit? I'm assuming that's not a euphemism. I liked a few Limp Bizkit songs back in the day. I wouldn't say I'm a fan. Frankie, I'm from India. Ask me anything about India, even racist ones. No, I'm not very racist. I'm not deliberately racist anyway. I'm a bit prejudiced though. What's the thing you hate the most about being from there? I guess seeing as you started with the racism thing, I'm curious to know what's the thing about India that people perceive you as that you think is the most inaccurate? Irish girls might be loyal, but it seems by the looks of yourself and your modern feelings for Connor, it seems like that loyalty only runs in the family female gender. Is that fair to assume? 100%, Ernie. Irish women are very, very loyal. And they put up with a lot of shit. Connor's missus is she's very representative of what they're like. I've shared my thoughts here multiple times. Ancestors are crying in the grave. And no, Frankie, Brits are genetically identical relative to other foreigners. Brits are the same. Fair enough. But Irish people aren't Brits, man. You got to stop saying that. Irish are not genetically viable. Why not? Why are you saying that, Peanut Butter 1986? How dare you? I'm Irish. Don't let the voice confuse you. Same. Frankie mixed his genetics with a Q Chinese. And I'm telling you, man, it's the best thing I ever did. My kids are fucking awesome. Thoughts on organized Jewry? What do you mean by organized? Wow, Sam the Indian shower. That's harsh. She's not white. What do you mean thoughts on organized Jewry? Do you just mean Judaism in general? It's fairly organized the last time I checked. These questions get more and more bizarre. By the way, boys, we're an hour and a half in. I'm only going to be around for another 15, 20 minutes or so, if that. So do like the stream if you don't mind. Vote on the ridiculous poll that we've got going. And like and subscribe to the stream. It'd be very much appreciated. The Irish people are a great people, but they need to accept that they are ultimately part of the British Isles. Nah, man, we're a separate fucking island. The Irish are genetically spliced with potatoes. You sound like somebody I might have gone to school with. I'm starting to get suspicious. This is one of the insults that used to get regularly hurled in my direction. We do love a good tater, so fair play to you. Irish people tend to shut down when people go on about the potatoes because we know it's true. It's like when you go at us for potato eating or Guinness. It's all just accurate. I'm sorry to say. Irish need to accept they must serve the English. Again, I've got some issues with this because we do speak their language, and our language is completely archaic and stamped out. So I don't have much of a defense for that one. I think I'm just going to take the L and move on. Irish people have a lot more bright future in terms of we're just much more internationally liked. Ireland is geographically a part of the British Isles. You can check out any atlas. It's only because of those dumb Northern Irish sellouts. God, I'm so sloppy. Why do you keep saying that, Josh? And in fact, don't answer that. They sometimes do. Some charismatic dictator could fix the hygiene problem in India in a couple of generations. I think it's going to take longer. English need to accept that we across the pond have improved their language for the better sounding. You absolutely haven't. And your spelling is atrocious. Caravaggio isn't from India. India need... Oh. I mean, the fact that Jewish elites funnel money to Israel and buy our politicians to vote the way they want to. Oh, you mean that one? To what end? That's the question, though, isn't it? Yeah, Northern Ireland is part of the British Isles. We're not. We're still standing on base. I'm half Scot. I just think the rivalry is funny. I mean, Scottish people and Irish people are very similar in the way that they think. And we're slowly surrounding them. And then one day we're going to unify and just crush the English once and for all. We're waiting in the wings. I'm saying genetically, English and Irish are so indistinguishable from one another, culturally and historically not. I completely agree. I completely disagree. You can spot an Irish person so easily. There are certainly genetic markers that we have. I mean, there's certain, like the type of hair we have, the type of skin we have. A lot of us are rocking the freckles. Do you know what I'm saying? We're very genetically different from English people. We are obviously both white, but you can spot Irish people. Have you? Nah, Gaelic had to go, Frankie. That language sounds like a fever dream. I mean, you've got a point. It does sound like a fucking, what do you call it? A fairy language. They pull up the fact that the British looted 45 trillion pounds. I mean, it was all in the past. They need to just chill out, you know. And they should have defended their shit better. I say the same about Ireland. We should have fucking manned up and won. Scottish are all heroin addicts, aren't they? Don't forget drunkards as well. Why do you want to crush us? We're all family, Frank. We're not. I'm not trying to crush out anyone. I'm here as a double agent, no man. I got to stick to it. Sam, I'm gonna fuck a black chick for you. That's really nice of you, Shama. You should detail the experience very much for him. We need to convert Sam into race mixing. One day, Sam's gonna try some, like, you know, some different vagina, and he's gonna realize how many years of his life he's been wasting. I grew up in South England. I think it's pretty disgusting, but unsurprising we aren't taught in England all the heinous shit that was done to the Irish. The Irish will tell you about it in detail. Frankie, Gio just told me to tell you he wants to do a stream. Me, you, and Gio. You haven't told him about the little plan we've got, do you? It would be fun. I knew he'd be down. I might leave my girl for an Irish bitch. Oh, man. I mean, fair enough. Like the stream, fuckers. We've got 28 people in here and 22 likes. Let's fucking boost that son of a bitch. You just said you want to crush Britain. No, I said I want to crush England. He said to let him know when you're free and I'm free so we can go live together. I can definitely do it at some stage this weekend. Definitely. Sunday might be a good day. And the thing is, yeah, Tiff, we need to make sure we have some topics ready for him, yeah. Because Gio has a habit of going way off base. All you got to do is add my number into your phone and then message me. It will automatically pop up on WhatsApp and then you can message me. How you doing, JPL? What's good, brother? Shout out to JPL and shout out to silkpajamas.vip. If you want to be part of a free-to-play community pick site that has a different spin on doing things, check the link in the description. This is not a paid sponsor. www.silkpajamas.vip. Check them out, become a member, and then you can compare your picks to other. You're given points rather than just picking everything. And it's a nice way of doing it. I enjoy it. Thoughts on the fight night co-main and main event this week? I like them both. I think they're both great fights. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's actually a fairly decent card. Middle Eastern cards are always decent. And I'm very happy because, again, it starts at a reasonable time of the day for me. You know, I'll be able to watch the football at 3 o'clock and then start watching. I'm well happy, and I might get to bed at a reasonable... Okay, Western Mass Climber, send me Tiff's number and I'll add her. No problem. I used to urinate in my girlfriend's anus. True story. And listen to get it fart out. That's not the freakiest thing I've heard, I'll be honest. It's this rebellious character that makes the Irish so charming, but also has led to so much pain and suffering. Are you saying we just should have allowed you to stamp on our throats here? Would have been way easier. So you've got to make sure you do the area code, Tiff. That's the trick. You got to. It's obviously a UK area code. I'll look forward to hearing from you. Not gonna lie, bro. I'm just not dating anyone at all right now. Also, I date indiscriminately. I've had black and white girls ask me out. Got that unspoken riz. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not sure riz exists, to be honest. I think if the person's physically attracted to you and you're not a complete fucking idiot, and you just talk like a human, you're mostly in. Got a little bit of charm, a little bit of humor to you, you're all good. Joshki, I've got to be honest, that is very, very sloppy. I'll be at work at 7 a.m. when it starts, but hopefully you can catch the boxing afterwards. Yeah, it's going to be... I mean, that boxing card is decent. There's, 4 title fights? I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a nice night. It will be the opposite of what happened last weekend, where it was the boxing first, which ended up being a disappointment, and then the MMA, which was then also... It's just charisma. That's exactly what it is. It's just confidence and charisma. Just hook up with the white ones, bro. They are more attractive. Don't let into degeneracy. I don't know what it is of me. I'm not saying that white women can't be pretty, because they can. And I'm not saying they can't be sexy, because obviously they can. I think women from any part of the world can be sexy. It just doesn't happen to be my preference, my type. Caravaggio, the history is pretty clear. The English have a bad record of treatment of the vassal states. I mean, yeah. There's no denying that the English have had some really serious atrocities over the year, but who hasn't? Everyone's done some fucked up shit. I'm very sleepy. How you doing, John Snake? Metal Gear Solid fan, I see. Shout out to you. Indians cosplaying white man. Amir, you can't pretend to me. I'm very, very sleepy as well. I miss them days when black and white girls used to chase me. Yeah, I've had some freaky moments with a couple black chicks. Not gonna lie. Not that I'm saying that's what they do. It just happened to be the case on those particular occasions. What I'm saying this to you in particular, Sam. You need to try things out, man. I'm not saying race mix. Just, try some stuff out. I'm Big Boss 1984. I assumed you were. I can't see your usernames for some reason. I don't know why YouTube starts pulling this shit. It's like I start learning everyone's usernames and then they go and fuck it up. Hand up, I've done some very sick shit. Sick shit is relative though. If you're with somebody who's into that shit as well, then it's not sick, is it? It's only sick if you're forcing somebody to do something that's disgusting. White men don't really mix their genetics easily, Sam. Yeah, we do. Speak for yourself, bruh. Mossad asset. Fair enough. All right, boys, I'm going to be wrapping it up in the next couple of minutes. So whatever you want to throw at me, now is the time. I know it's a bit of a short stream. It's mad that these days, yeah, a 1 hour and 40-minute stream is considered a short one for me. But I've got work tomorrow, last day of the week, obviously. And then I'm going to be back tomorrow, bright and early, to do a fucking long one. And we can get into all the disgusting shit you want to. BBC Junior, welcome back, bro. Name me one non-white girl that's more attractive than Brooke Shields, Frankie. Halle Berry. Prime Angelina. Stacey Dash. Maybe I've gone too far. If I could, I would love to have... I don't know why I named those three. I don't even think any of them are all that attractive. I mean, Halle Berry is, but... The Chinese bitch from Big Trouble in Little China is hotter than her. That's a lie. I don't know why I said that. My ex was black and her dad was a fucking unit. Yeah, that's always a challenging proposition. If I could, I would love to have children with every ethnicity. I want to see the mini version of me every way. See, that's how a man with his head in the game talks. See what the best mixture is. I had to flee the country. Shit, man, where were you? It was bad because they raped a lot of our women when they looted us, and there's a ton of documentaries on the internet too. Where are you from, by the way? Good question. Age Adrena Lima is Latina. I mean, Latinas can compete with a lot of white girls. I love freaky blonde mommies. Fair play to you, man. I'm not shitting on anyone's preferences. I'm not saying don't like white girls. That's never come out of my mouth. I'm just saying what I like. Do you, man? Caravaggio, Indian famine in World War II was avoidable. Potato famine killed so many because the English land barons used up so much land for cattle, which was held from the Irish. It halved the population. Yeah, there were literally millions. Millions and millions died. Say, Frankie, have a banging weekend. JPL, have a great one, bro. Next time I'm down in London, we finally have to grab that pint, mate. Gabriella Union, she's all right. She all right. Alicia Keys is pretty hot as well. I came in a little late. See you on live tomorrow then. Yeah, I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm not really here for a very long... Beyonce's... Don't... Serena Williams. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Can we talk about arse to mouth, please? I mean, if that floats your boat, that's absolutely fine, mate. But let's face it, yeah, that's more of a derogatory thing. It's more about showing them who's boss. I don't really see how you get anything else out of it. Serena has a massive I'd love to get in prone to. She's butters though. She's genuinely ugly. What do you guys think of Angel Reese? While we're talking about butters, whatever happened to your controversial MMA takes? Nicki Minaj and Princess Diana clears all them bitches you just named. The thing is, Princess Diana's a good argument, yeah, but he's looking for non-white, and Nicki Minaj is Nicki. I think the problem with the male generation these days is we don't think about genuine beauty. Yeah, we just look at someone and think, "God damn, that bitch can slam," and that's a very confusing thing to get. You know, it's confusing. We like women that look like whores. Let's just keep it real. God, I'm not. Little Irish boys want their potatoes. We do. Megan Fox is another prime example of this. If you look at Megan Fox's features, yeah, she's not really pretty or sexy, really. She just looks filthy. And I'm all for it. Latina bitches as a race are probably the hottest. I would have to generally agree with that. Even Princess Diana hooked up with a Pakistani dude. She did. It's probably the reason why she got murked. Are you on coke? You have that coke glaze. I've never done cocaine in my life. The only drug I've ever done knowingly is weed, and I haven't done it in about 20 years. I'm just old and tired, mate. Can we talk about arse to mouth should be the next video title? We might as well just lean into this, man. We might as well lean into this because it always ends up here. Megan Fox is a fucking witch who drinks blood. I didn't say you like whores, Sam. I said most women like women who look like whores. We now have two Deontay Wilders of MMA, Vinicius Oliveira and Morales. I mean, you could argue that Prates is as well. I don't know if you just dissed Nicki Minaj or complimented her. She just looks like a whore. Megan Fox called out the Jews and they destroyed her entire soul. Did she? What did she say? Chatels couldn't digest the fact she took some circumcised dick. 100%, Amir. You are right. You are 100% right about that. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to fuck off now because it is getting a bit late. Once again, can I just say shout out to all you guys? Always turn up. Megan Fox in Transformers was hot as fuck. She was. I mean, I'm not saying she's not pretty or whatever. I'm saying she's not all that. You know, she just looks like she looks like dirt. She looks like she's dirty, and I'm all for it. Sarukian or Hooker? I'm going with Sarukian, but I really want Hooker to win. I think it would be hilarious. I do think Hooker robbed Gamrot a little bit, but I love Dan Hooker. I enjoy him. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see him get a title shot. Boys, much love to all of you. I don't know why I'm doing this and this and this all the time. But Shama, I appreciate every single one of you cunts. I don't want you to ever forget it. Really, I do. I will be back tomorrow, probably around about the same time, about 8:30 my time, and I'll probably do about 3 hours so we can really get into things. I would love to see Hooker win. He certainly got the confidence to go in there and do that. I would love that. Sam, as always, appreciate having you here, bro. I just enjoy having your perspective on things. Shout out to everyone. Have a wonderful evening. I'll catch you. Ernie, thanks for coming back as well, Ernie. It's always fun to have you around. We'll get back to talking about MMA tomorrow. I mean, what am I talking about? I've got no control over what you can't talk about. But we'll certainly break down the card with a little bit more detail. Josh Key, thanks for turning up as well, mate. Wakanda forever. Wakanda. Hooker gonna show the difference in mentality between him and JDM. What a waste of a title fight that guy put up. I 100% agree. Get Tiff on. Yeah, I might have Tiff on tomorrow. I'm sure she's gonna message me at some point, and then we'll sort something out. And then we can maybe have some like gender related questions. Because what else are we gonna get into that you guys want to talk about? Anyway, guys, in a bit, I'm gonna see you later. If there's anyone online out right now that you think you should be supporting, is Musical still online? No, Giuliano's online. Mr. Argenti is now online. He's only got 8 people there for some reason, which always baffles me. I think he's only just gone on. That's why. So head over to Giuliano Argenti so you can get a little bit of a taster of who we might be doing live streaming with. Maximum respect to all of you. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and I'll catch you tomorrow, Friday night, for another fucking pointless stream. Like and subscribe on your way out, motherfuckers. In a bit. Peace.